What do you need to be a great artist? For years, I have asked myself this question. I put hours into improving my skill. I believed that gaining full control of my hands will lead me to true excellence. I wanted to reach the point where I could transfer anything onto paper or canvas with confidence and ease. However, I kept getting frustrated. And then it hit me. What if I'm focusing on the wrong thing? All this time, I was honing my skill, trying to reach perfection, but I was not improving because art is about observation, not skill. An artist, before being a painter or a drawer, is first of all a great observer. He notices things that others don't. Have you ever caught yourself staring at your friend's face while they're speaking, and instead of paying attention to what they're saying, you begin noticing the creases around their cheeks, the color of their eyes? That is the beginning of art. It's observation. Think about Edward Hopper. He saw the loneliness of living in a big city. Salvador Dali, who merged the subconscious with reality. Mary Cassatt, who practiced seeing the beauty in the mundane. Stop asking yourself, how do I draw an eye? And ask yourself instead, how do I see an eye? This will force you to slow down and to observe the world around you. The world is not as simple as it looks. Just like a physicist observes the world and recognizes the different mechanisms that hold it together, an artist must observe the world in a similar way. Look at this white mug. Now, place it in a different context and you recognize it's not white. It is only reflecting the different colors surrounding it. Now, look at this face. At first, it looks like it's all one color. However, if you take a closer look, you will start noticing shades of green, blue, purple, colors that normally you would not expect to find in a face. Look at this three-dimensional object, and you will notice that the shadow on it has a reflection of light on its edge, which makes the whole difference. Of course, all of these are separate topics that need to be studied in more depth. In the future, I'm going to make videos explaining each one of these concepts, so please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of those. Learning these concepts is essential to improving your drawing and painting skills. Each detail that you observe about the world around you helps you make more informed choices in your work. And the best part is, the more you practice observing, the more natural it becomes. Observation turns you into a collector of experiences, and each of those experiences can feed your art, helping you create work with meaning. Now, observation is not only about the physical world, it is certainly even more relevant when it comes to the emotional, spiritual, and conceptual realm. This leads us into the next level of artistic literacy, which is perception. Take a look at the Impressionists. They were not concerned of capturing every little detail of what they were observing, because they were observing the moment. In their observation, they perceived the sentiment of the fleeting impression. Interestingly, Impressionism emerged right after the camera was developed, proving that although the camera could capture the exact scene with tremendous precision, it lacked the perception of the unique individual. If you look at Edvard Munch, he was an expressionist, meaning that he perceived the world through the lens of his own emotions. He had a totally different goal with his art. He cared nothing about photorealism. Alberto Giacometti said, "If only someone else could paint what I see, it would be marvelous, because then I wouldn't have to paint at all." The object of art is not to reproduce reality, but to create reality of the same intensity. Observation is the necessary base of artistic skill, but perception has everything to do with you as an artist and a unique individual. What do you choose to include in your painting? What do you choose to focus on? What materials do you use? What scale? All of these are choices that you make as an artist. This is what truly changed my art when I began to observe and not only try to improve my drawing skills. And this is my advice to anyone who wants to improve in their art. Become a great observer, and you will become a great artist. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video if it was helpful to you in any way, and I'll see you in the next video.